Hello, fabulous TAs. In this video, I will tell you about habit number 1 from the 5 habits of highly effective teaching assistants. And habit number 1 is active listening and observation. So active listening and observation are critical skills for teaching assistants as they provide valuable insights into students' needs and progress. I mean, it stands to reason, doesn't it? I mean, if you don't listen to them and you don't watch them, how will you know much about them? Active listening and observation allows TAs to offer students more effective support and contribute to their growth. And I'm going to contribute to their growth, and I'm going to give you some reasons why TAs should actively listen to students and observe them, because you're very busy. So I feel like you need some concrete reasons why you should do this. You know you should do it, but why? But first, to help me get my videos out to as many teaching assistants as possible, please give this video a thumbs up. It will only take you a second and you'll be helping your fellow TAs as well as helping this little channel to survive. And you're really doing a brilliant job with all your thumbs ups. It's really helping these videos to get pushed out into YouTube world and for as many TAs as possible to get the benefit of them. So thank you very much. Okay, so reason number 1 for actively listening and observing is understanding individual needs. So active listening and observation help you to understand the unique needs of each student. This allows for personalised, tailored support to their learning styles and challenges and their strengths. Reason number 2, early identification of issues. So by paying attention to students' questions, feedback and behaviour, you can quickly identify any issues or difficulties they may be facing academically or emotionally. This early detection enables timely intervention and support. Reason 3, it builds trust and rapport. So actively listening to students and observing them gives you a way to identify their interests and concerns and show genuine interest in them yourself. This builds trust and rapport and creates a positive relationship which encourages students to be more open about their challenges and seek help when needed. So if you can think back to your school days, who was that special teacher or teaching assistant that you felt you had that rapport with and who would always help you when you were struggling with something? Reason 4, effective communication. So active listening and observing is a fundamental aspect of effective communication. It ensures that you truly comprehend what students are saying and doing, allowing them to respond appropriately in order to provide clarity and guidance. So if you know what your students are saying and doing, then you can respond in a way that actually is appropriate to what they're saying and doing. If you're not properly observing and you're not properly listening, how could you possibly do that? So now you know some of the reasons for actively listening to students and observing them. You need to know some ways to do it. So how, number 1, is maintain eye contact. So when students are speaking or sharing, maintain eye contact to show that you are fully engaged and attentive. Now, there is a proviso to this, and that is for students who, for personal or cultural or reasons, or students who are neurodivergent, avoid looking at you directly. So please respect that and deploy one of the other ways. And that again is why you would be actively listening and observing your students to know which of your students avoid eye contact. Number 2, ask open-ended questions. So encourage students to express themselves by asking open-ended questions that require more than a yes-no response. This promotes deeper conversation. And be aware of any students who do not like to be put on the spot. So when you know who these students are, you can give them a question to think about and ask them for their answer after a few minutes. So again, actively listening and observing helps you identify those students who don't like to be put on the spot. I was one of those, hated it. But I could always think of something a bit later. How? Number 3, avoid interrupting. Allow students to finish their thoughts before responding. Excuse me. Avoid interrupting or finishing their sentences for them. To avoid doing any of these things, you need to be observant of your students' body language. How? Number 4, paraphrase and clarify. After a student has shared, paraphrase what they said to ensure you understood correctly. Ask clarifying questions if needed. And again, be observant of body language. Some children or students will agree with how you've paraphrased their answer. So watch out for signs that your paraphrasing isn't correct. So the child might look doubtful or just nod. So you know what some children are like. You'll say, "Did you mean?" And they just look at you and nod. You know instinctively that you haven't quite got there. How? Number 5, use non-verbal cues. Non-verbal cues like nodding, smiling, and leaning forward can convey active engagement and encouragement. And continue to observe your students' response as you do this. So everything is feedback. Number 6, observe body language. So I've mentioned this already. It's really important to pay attention to students' body language in the classroom. Are they engaged, frustrated, uncertain, uncomfortable, or distracted? Body language can provide insights into their emotional state, and you will be brilliant at this, at picking up on the body language that's giving you the feedback. How? Number 7, regular check-ins. Schedule regular one-on-one check-ins with students to discuss their goals, challenges, and progress. These check-ins only need to be 1 or 2 minutes, and they provide a structured opportunity for listening and observing. Could be a good way of practicing it. Start with a child that you know well already, and see what else you can pick up on. Number 8, be patient. Give students time to express themselves fully. Sometimes they may need a moment to gather their thoughts. So, where possible, detach yourself from the concept of the right answer being given immediately. That's what maybe happened to us at school. You would be asked a question, you had to come back, or you felt like you had to come back with the answer immediately. I mean, students with introvert traits will value being given time to think in order to come up with the answer they are happy with. I used to feel so stupid because often, especially if it was in English or another subjective subject, I couldn't come up with an answer straight away, and the teacher would move on, and I would feel dumb. I didn't get the answer. All I needed was a little bit of time to think. So I hope this video has helped you to understand that by actively listening to your students and observing their behaviour, you can create a supportive and responsive learning environment, address students' needs effectively, and contribute significantly to their academic and personal growth. So watch the video again, maybe choose 1 or 2 ways to practice. Don't think you have to do it all at once if this is not something that you're used to doing, particularly if you're a new TA. It can be very overwhelming. So don't give yourself too much to do. Every little bit will make a difference. And if you'd like to know some more TA best practices, come and join my free TA in Control book club. And the PDF below will be yours. So the PDF below is 30 teaching assistant classroom hacks. It's really, really useful. Gives you, 30 quick ways of improving your practice as a teaching assistant. And you'll find a link to it to access it in the description section below this video. And here's how to get to the description section if you're not sure. On your phone, tap on the little V under the video to expand the description section. On your laptop, click on Show More to expand the description section. I'm giving you little yellow arrows there to show you where to tap and click. As always, please share this video with your TA colleagues. Don't keep it to yourself. Thank you for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so that you know when I've created a new video to help TAs work at your most confident best. And here are 2 more TA in control videos. Which one will you choose? One of them will be the 5 habits, so you get the 5 habits all at once. This is an offshoot from the 5 habits of highly effective TAs video.